Assalamualaikum everyone and welcome back to Pepe video update today. So in my Discord I've given in a free 16% setup for people to trade. I'm not going to tell you which coin that is right now. It's available on the Maxi exchange and 16% is pretty decent. It's $160 out of $1,000 invested. So in order for you to be a part of the Discord, do message me on Twitter and I'm going to give you a personal invitation to be a part of it. So do act very quickly. I'm not going to leave invitations open for a long time. Now, back into the Pepe update right now. Bitcoin is good. I've talked about Bitcoin in yesterday's video and I said that, I don't really know what Pepe is about to do. I don't understand what Pepe plans are right now. But as far as I'm concerned with Bitcoin perspective, because then again, I always say this, when Bitcoin is trying to push up, it is going to take the altcoins and push it up as well, even if it's Pepe, even if it's Cardano, Ripple, Solana, anything on any given day that Bitcoin, when it moves up, except for some few coins out there that just doesn't move along with Bitcoin. Now, but we still are finding a lot of problem with Pepe, and that is, Pepe is kind of pumping up and down, but we've seen a week here, stop loss taken, another week there, stop loss taken as well. But the thing is, when you talk about support and resistance, you are still failing to close above this line right over there. Yes, at first you did close here, but the next candle went down for the retest. Instead of retesting and bouncing off here, you still ended up coming and pushing even lower to the downside. Now that is not a good sign, of course, even though Bitcoin does look good, but Pepe for some reason is not just getting that fire inside it. One of a good coin that is looking good is RNDR. You can actually do a TA on that one as well if you want to go and try to check it out. But man, I do love 16%, so that's on a Discord. It's a freebie. It's just me giving back to the community as well. But on the private, we are taking a 29% setup, and that's also another mystery. That's paid, because on the private I do give higher setups, sometimes 70%, sometimes 29% or 30%. That's the numbers. People ask me, what kind of numbers do we get? Yeah, so these are the numbers. Even sometimes we do cross 200% in a month when the crypto looks good. In September, we didn't trade too much, but October does look like it's on fire. Anyways, again, on Twitter, do message me right there on Twitter. But Pepe, to me, on the daily, has this thing going on around. So you have a bullish engulfing right there. Now that's a very good sign. One thing that I can say is that on the daily, the story is a little bit different. This support and resistance can be drawn a little bit down here. This is also okay, right? This is also fine. Now, I'm just going to go with the daily at the moment instead of the 4-hour time frame, and I'm going to tell you why. Because previously you've had this resistance and you move down, you have that resistance, a little bit of a push down, you broke above it, and it seems like this is on the daily coming down for a retest. So it's a support and resistance area. One thing that I'm very sure about is that if you want to trade it, I do think it's a good idea to put a trade. You do have a bullish engulfing right there, so this is a candle that really signifies that you may actually start to push up again for Pepe. But one thing you have to understand is the following. Put a stop loss here, and if Pepe does come down there and take that stop, then to me this is the dead end. Okay, so that's going to be 65.75. So 65.75 is the absolute end for me. If Pepe does actually come down here, it actually is going to make its message clear that it doesn't want to move up, and then from there you may have to switch direction and go to the downside. But right now I do believe it's because of how Bitcoin is looking good, how October historically is good as well, and I've spoken about this before, and how I am also about to bring back the bulls. Okay, I'm about to bring back the bulls, and I'm giving you the early signs right now. So October, November, December, I may actually make the market great again. And that's it for this update. Do take some steps and actions to message me on Twitter. Give me a shot. I may actually give you some good setups in the next coming few months. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.